Good morning, church. I just have a word for singles, All right. And so they call you singles. They call you to justify the reason they perceive you are not yet a man, simply because you haven't done what's needful, marriage. And so they say you're approaching 35. And for you being a lady, it can get dangerous because the freedom for you to choose for yourself the right man, one that can satisfy you, only slings down to the breath of uncertainty you draw inside. He fills your head with these beautiful tales of happiness complete only when you find the right one, making it look as if you're being single is a pandemic play, the stage that makes it a sad one. But truth be told, you do not need someone by your side to be happy if you weren't in the first place. Because an unhappy youth, together with someone who is not or who is too, will only produce a taste that can only be described to the tongue as awful. See, marriage is not the solution for sadness. Neither is it the cure for childishness. But what you have in the people elevating human beings to be their God, trying to find perfection in their spouse instead of Elohim, is no other that keeps falling into the state of cardiac arrest, a self-destructing. And now robes of dignity just to hear the brother say, "Will you marry me?" And young, fine, intelligent princes selling away their destiny quick just to make this money to impress some lady judiciously, like seriously. How beneathly it is for us to reduce ourselves from that glorious heavenly state of mind simply because we are eager to procreate. But don't get it wrong here. Marriage is a wonderful thing, one created by God and so intends to bring out the best from both partners. But I believe it will be more sinful when you pay no mind about working on yourself as an individual, yet expecting someone else to work on himself for you in a relationship. See, you cannot be expecting someone who is perfect if you aren't willing to commit yourself to being perfect in the first place. See, marriage is about giving, not necessarily about receiving. But how do you give what you do not have within? So you're clamoring for the best spouse, but you haven't taken out time in a single year to prepare yourself for the best now. You say you want someone who is God-fearing and loving, yet you spend all your nights in the nightclub dancing to your shaku shaku music. And then you shocky. And it becomes shocking when after 2 weeks of being equally yoked with this unbeliever, his true identity now pops up. And it crushes your heart and soul. And you wish you could rewind back time, but no. See, our singlehood is not a time for us to gallivant all around or bore people with our many tales of how many heartbreak we might have received, but a time for us to sit down and seek clarity for what God's clear vision for our life is. And singlehood that is presented to us as a gift to live the choice of life so complete. So don't give it away. Don't give it away because of the fear or intimidation floating all around you. Give it away because with all of your heart you now accept what you're about to go into. Because your call marriage is far more than the sweet jokes on stage. When the pastor says, "You may kiss your bride," and the crowd all cheers because your lips are locked in hers. See, marriage is not to be done because your time is running out or your friends and the member of your church are of the singles who signing out. Marriage is a serious business, a doorway to a family that can either be productive or toxic to the society. So work on yourself daily. If you're single, respect it. If you're single, honor it. Because it's just that what I do. And when you're finally in God's front saying it, you all of your heart have meant it. Because now it wouldn't matter if you be tall, dark, and handsome, or she be coffee, slim, and shaped and straight. Because when God is done with you, trust me, it's all worth the waiting. Thank you.